Punchline. Peer process. Welcome to another episode of Fighting for the Punchline. This time we have another new segment. This one is going to be called Peer Process, where essentially I'm going to interview some of the other up-and-coming comedians that I interact with and maybe just ask them some questions about how they got started, what stand-up means to them, and maybe like what is their writing process, you know what I mean? So today you're going to see me on the other side of the camera, but this guy we're going to be talking to is pretty damn cool. Met him at the Chatterbox in Covina, California, so if you're ever in the area, check it out. And anyway, here we go. Before we get started, let me show you a sample of this genius's work.
So I just want to tell you guys something. I think the best kind of birth control is the birth control I'm using right now. Not using a condom. Right now it's just a layer of fat that convinces ladies we should just be friends. I'm way more excited bringing home a pizza than I do a woman. Like driving home, I got my hand on the box like, you're so hot. Take your top off.
And now the interview begins. What is your name?
My name is Frank Saldamando.
And how old are you?
I'm 24 years old.
24. Okay, cool. How long have you been doing stand-up?
I've been doing stand-up for about a month.
How do you like it so far?
I think it's great. I think it's really great. It's really fun to do, and I'm glad that people enjoy something I write.
What was your first set, if you remember?
My first set?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like the jokes?
Just where was it at?
Oh, where was it?
And also, if you remember any jokes, maybe like one that you thought was good or something.
Okay. My first set was at this place called Max Bloom's in downtown Fullerton. And I think my set had something to do... I'll tell you the really bad joke for my set. The worst joke I had for my set had something to do... It ended with me pulling my shirt up and sticking my finger in my belly button. And that went as well as what I expected.
You were just going for it from the get-go.
Exactly. That was my very first time. I had no idea what people would think was funny. So I just went for it.
What do you find funny?
I find funny?
Yeah, like, I guess you can lead that into, like, I guess influences or maybe, like, the first idea of, like, comedy, like, okay. If you can even remember, who knows?
I find a lot of things funny. Like, I love all different kinds of. Well, I guess you could say I find anything from just like the Three Stooges to now comedy. Like I find everything funny, and I guess my influences would be just. Yes, I listen to everybody I possibly can. Mm-hmm. So you know, Kinnison, Louis C.K., Carlin. I listen to everybody. So yeah, I try to pick from everybody.
If you had to say a style, you know, observation, characters, just anecdotal kind of stuff, what would you say is like your style? If you know, it's so early, but
my
like,
style?
you know.
That's actually something I'm still
or like
figuring
what
out
you
right
aim
now.
for, I guess.
What I aim for?
Might change, you know, obviously, but.
Right. To be honest, I'm just trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out what my own comedy voice is. I'm writing jokes that I find funny, and hopefully other people will find funny. And then coming out to open mics like this is where I test that and find that out. And whatever works, I keep, and then hopefully I'll just kind of find my voice from there. Why
stand-up as opposed to, I guess, other kinds of art forms where you can be funny, writing or acting, or are you trying for all those things? Eventually.
Well, yeah, stand-up, it definitely does involve a lot of writing, but it's actually just my favorite. It's somebody being able to get on stage and tell something from their point of view, or maybe kind of examine an idea that maybe somebody else hasn't, and it makes people laugh, makes people happy, and that's a good feeling to know that you wrote something, you kind of forgetting the word. You kind of exposed an idea, and then you kind of expound on it, and then people enjoy that, and that's a really great feeling.
What's your day job?
I do, but I don't want to mention that right now.
Okay, so yeah, no worries. What is your, like, I guess, joke writing process? Do you stream of consciousness, whatever comes to your mind? Do you have premises lined up? Do you actually write what you say, word for word, like total script-wise, or how do you do it?
Right now, I kind of just, whatever I'm thinking throughout the day, if I kind of chuckle at it, I'll write it down, and then I'll maybe go back to it a couple times, and then see if I still find it funny, and then I'll see what I can do with it. I'll see if I can make it a long, like, kind of idea-based joke, or maybe just a one-liner, and then you know, I come out here and I test it out and I see if it works. But I do definitely like write down word for word what I think, and then while doing that, I'll kind of notice that like I can say it a different way. So then I'll just restart and write it over again.
Edit it.
Exactly.
Draft one, draft two.
So yeah, that's my writing process.
How long would you say from you have an idea before you actually say it on stage? Immediately? Like, let's say hours or days-wise, if you could put a number on that average.
Right now it's been sort of hours because I'm still kind of new, so I'm trying to come up with as much material as I can. And yeah, I think the soonest it's gone from like pad to stage would probably be maybe like 3 or 4 hours. That was my very first set. Cool. Yeah.
I see. And how long would you say you spend on it? Not that time from there to there, just more like how long do you like look at a material? Like for an hour, a few minutes, one idea? You know what I'm saying? Like,
when writing, I definitely try to look at as much as I can and try to like make sure I know about it, make sure that if I come up with something, make sure I know it so well that I might be able to come up with something about it on stage. So instead of
just keep it in your brain.
Exactly. Instead of just like writing it word for word and memorizing it, just write until you know how you feel about it. So then maybe on stage you can add something, or just kind of play with it even more.
Obviously, stand-up, especially for people starting out, is kind of like a dream and all this stuff, like goals. But if you have a goal, let's just say the dream, whatever, what would your goals be?
To be honest, what I've been saying lately is just if I can travel and I get my drinks paid for, I'll make it.
Yeah.
But I want to
shooting for the stars.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of goal though.
Shooting. I want to do.
Yeah, that's obviously just getting paid to do it, even if you're shitty at it.
Yeah.
Would be awesome.
Exactly.
But like goal if you want to.
Golden goal.
Totally unrealistic, laughed at, whatever,
Right. Probably just to be. I don't know.
TV show, famous stand-up.
I guess I don't know about famous, but I want to perform. I guess my golden standard would be being able to perform where I want to, being able to maybe have a big enough following to maybe do bigger venues. Okay. So I guess that. So
just like open doors everywhere, pretty much. Stand-up wise, I guess.
Stand-up wise, just
like no closed doors. You can go wherever you want.
Right. Yeah.
As long if you want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet. Do you have any like website or any kind of info kind of thing you want to split out? Twitter or Facebook, whatever. I don't know what kind of. I don't know about social media. Just
Well, right now I can tell you to check out wgctour.com, and then there's going to be some information going out there. So yeah.
Do you know when your next set's going to be?
My next set today is Thursday. Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, Max Bones?
Yeah, I think we'll be trying a different spot. It's going to be the Wing Spot, I believe it's called.
What's it called?
I'm not sure, but I know it's tomorrow.
What's a current joke that you have that you like? You don't have to say that whole joke, but you can just say the subject if you want. Or you could say it if you want.
I think my favorite joke right now, I have a couple. I don't know, I think it's probably like my teacher bit. Yeah, that one.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
No problem.
And good luck with your career and all that stuff.
Thanks very much.
Right. Thanks, man.
Cool, no problem.
Once again, I'd like to thank Frank Saldamando for his time. Definitely check him out at an open mic near you in California. And I'll see you next week for another episode of Fighting for the Punchline. Goodbye.